Hello again. Yeah, so returning to Lucy, the attorney she wished for. Um, Protagonist's father went a little nuts last time. I mean, he's got to have like lost his mind considering he's dousing Lucy in gasoline and threatening to set her on fire. Um, it's kind of extreme, and obviously he hadn't thought it through, considering he was apparently about to do it in the living room. I mean, good luck putting that fire out. He's probably going to burn his house down just to to spite Lucy, or not spite her. Just anyway. I don't know. There's an interesting moment there where it seemed like, despite the fact that he's been threatening all along to do horrible things to her, it apparently didn't occur to him to actually go through with it until his wife, or I don't know, girlfriend. It's not clear what their relationship is. Told him to. So I guess she's acting to enable him. But there was a brief moment where it was like, oh, is he about to get some depth to his character? Like maybe on some level that he actually cares for his son, and he doesn't actually have an intention to break Lucy like he said he would. And then it's like, nope, he's just all the way evil bad guy, and he's gonna immolate her. Oh well. See where that goes. Once outside, Lucy finds herself staring at the sky absent-mindedly. It's bright and sunny out, which had been a rare sight in the recent weeks. Lucy stops in her tracks momentarily as she stares into the sky. Then she smiles brightly. Okay. It was a refreshing smile, free of all cares in the world. It sure is a lovely day today. She thinks it would be a good weather to go for a picnic. What does she have planned at this point? I mean, she kind of made protagonist promise her that he'd stay with her like for eternity, or oh, that was interesting. For the rest of his life. So how is she going to reconcile that with the command to run away if she's in danger? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. So October 30th. It was already October 30th, right? I don't remember. It's the same day, I think. As soon as the classes are over, I prepare to leave. Dr. Gear struck up a conversation with me immediately after the bell, which was a real bother. Couldn't really pay attention to what he was saying. It was something along the lines of him wanting to hang out with Lucy again, but I ignored him. I set aside his demands and headed home alone. Feels like I've been getting home a lot earlier lately. It really is true. I start going straight home after school. In the past, I would have aimlessly wandered the streets to pass some time, but I can no longer do that, because there's someone waiting for me at home. I would never imagine in the past that this would ever happen. Who knew going home would be this exciting? Wonder what we'll talk about today. Wonder what kind of faces she'll make, what kind of stupid things she'll say. I wonder about the most pointless things, that I was so excited to see. I enjoy chatting with her about the dumbest things. How much do I enjoy it? Well, it feels as if my life has been purposely so dull and boring up to this point in order to make up for my fated meeting with Lucy, to the point where I would begin to have silly thoughts like these. That's how much I enjoy it. Even I think that sounds corny, but it can't be helped, because emotions aren't something anyone can easily control. I just decided to pick up my pace, just so I'd be able to meet Lucy a little faster. Yeah, as much as he's a dick toward her, he's getting to openly appreciate her, I guess. It was when I almost arrived home that I began to feel something terrible was about to happen. Didn't understand why. I could feel it in the air, something ominous. I quickened my pace even more. I was practically running. What? Can't believe what's happening before my eyes. I feel my knees giving way. What kind of sick joke is this? The mouth hangs open and refuses to close. Oh. Oh. Lucy's on fire. Her entire body's burning up, and the place where I was used to stand waiting for my return. While engulfed in flames, she's staring at me. My head goes blank. I can't process why it's happening at all. How does this happen? Lucy! Doesn't feel like the Lucy in front of me is real. It feels as if I was dreaming. I lay a hand on top of Lucy. It's hot. It's scorching hot. The pain helps me return to my senses. Ah! Ah! I charge inside the house. My father is standing in my way trying to speak to me. I can't comprehend what he's saying. I push him aside and enter the house. Ah! I scream. Ah! While running wild like a maniac, I scream at the top of my lungs. I prance around the house in a crazed fit. My vision is turning blurry because of all the tears. Only then I finally realize that I'm crying. My tears are making it difficult to see where I'm going. I head towards the living room and attempt to locate the fire extinguisher. And there it is. After finding the fire extinguisher, I run as hard as I can with it. In such a hurry that I sloppily fall over with a loud crash, but it doesn't matter. My knees seem to be bruised, but it doesn't matter. Without any delay, I get right back up and continue running. Yank out the safety pin and aim the hose at Lucy and release the payload. Faster, faster, praying the fire will be put out just a little faster. I continue to spray. After a short while, the fire vanishes like magic, but the Lucy revealed beneath the fire doesn't look too good. I gaze at the various patches of her skin that are melted off. Her condition isn't as severe as I thought it would be, most likely thanks to her fire-resistant skin, but I can't see her very well due to my blurred vision. However, Lucy, as if my words could hurt her, I call out to her delicately. There is no reply. Her eyes are closed. There's no response coming from her at all. What are you doing? Answer me! I anxiously wait for a reply. I wait for her to open her mouth, but her unrelenting lips refuse to facilitate my desires. They refuse to listen to my earnest request. Lucy, this is an order. Answer me. Answer me, damn it. I try yelling, but it doesn't change anything. Her eyelids are closed tightly shut and won't budge. What have you done? I turn to face my father. Are you happy now? Are you proud of yourself? Done nothing wrong. It refused to listen to me until the very end. Even though I told it many times to leave. All I did was get rid of something worthless. Why? Why did you have to go this far? It's about time you opened your eyes. What's lying before you is not a dead person. It's just a broken down robot. Nothing more, nothing less. It's only broken machinery. You can always buy another one to replace it. It's not something to get so worked up over. I feel my insides convulsing. A faint, sorrowful voice flows out of my mouth. I don't know anymore. I just don't. When we're able to do something like this without a second thought, I don't know if we humans really are better than androids. I don't know what part of human nature makes us better than Lucy. I just don't know anymore. People take pride in being human. People do not want to lose their power to govern the world. That is why they fear robots, avoid robots, show contempt for robots, and eventually do something like this without batting an eyelash. Can we say for sure that compared to this android lying on the ground, compared to Lucy, are we humans truly more deserving to exist on this planet? I wasn't sure anymore. And I suddenly hear her voice. It's Lucy's voice. Master? Get her to their repair shop. Get her there fast. She sounds strained, as if her light is about to flicker out at any second. Her body's damaged to the point that it's almost painful to look at. But she still retains her usual voice that I've been longing for. Her eyes are firmly locked into my face. Are you alright? Yes? Her voice is quivering uncontrollably. Her body's also making a lot of strange crackling noises. She doesn't look alright at all. She looks as if she's about to seize up at any moment. Yet despite such hindrance, she's trying so hard to say something. It's not Father's fault. She's in such a pitiful state, yet she speaks so calmly. She sounds as if she's trying her best to make me feel at ease. Her stolid composure makes my chest tighten. Lucy ended up breaking the laws. Lucy broke the laws and paid the price. Lucy did not obey Master's order. Lucy did not protect herself. Lucy did not run away from danger. Lucy stayed right here. That is why things turned out this way. It's all Lucy's fault. The 3 laws of robotics, the inescapable chains humans have bestowed on robots. Is she trying to say that she's in the state only because she broke the laws? Is she trying to say that the fire had nothing to do with it? A sudden surge of anger welling up inside me. You idiot, what did I tell you? Run away, I told you to run away if something ever happens to you. I made that very clear, I even ordered you to. Why didn't you listen? Why didn't you listen and let yourself get hurt? After hearing those words, Lucy tries to smile. She tries her hardest to smile. Her voice is so faint that I can't make out what she's saying. What? Because Lucy made a promise that she would greet Master, that she would wait for Master in front of the house every day. Lucy promised with Master. That's why she wanted to stay. Lucy wanted to stay right here, from here in front of the house, as always. Lucy wanted to greet Master with a smile. Lucy wanted to continue making Master happy. But that was just a promise. You didn't have to wait for me. I told you that wasn't an order. You could have just ignored it. A weak smile forms on her face. Lucy can't do that. If Lucy breaks that promise, if Lucy isn't here for Master when he comes home, then Master will definitely feel lonely. Lucy remembers Master's lonely face from the past. Lucy did not want to see it ever again. That is why Lucy couldn't break that promise. And like that she continues to spout nonsense that only a true robot could fathom. Lucy has a responsibility to stay by Master's side, a responsibility to make Master happy. That responsibility is definitely more precious than Lucy's life. It's something Lucy must fulfill. What? That doesn't make any sense at all. How am I supposed to be happy after seeing you like this? Her eye begins to convulse. I understand the implications behind such abnormal movements. She's making her final struggle. I would never be able to hear her voice again. She won't ever be coming outside to greet me again, or make me angry with her silliness, or lightly caressing my forehead. The tears are blurring my vision, making it hard to see. I hastily wipe my wet eyes clean. Please don't cry. This is fine. I can't understand the meaning behind her words. What could possibly be fine? Is this really fine for you? Ending it like this, are you really okay with that? If Master will remember Lucy for all eternity, then Lucy is satisfied. If Lucy is able to live on in Master's memories forever, then Lucy is satisfied. That is the eternity. The eternity... I understand what she's about to say. The eternity she wishes for. Not in the literal sense, but the true eternity we discussed in the past. If Master will remember Lucy, then she won't have any regrets. Lucy has the confidence that she won't regret her decision. So, will Master remember Lucy? Will Master remember Lucy for all eternity? You're being too selfish. Acting on your own like that. Even if you're fine with the whole situation, even if you have no regrets, what am I supposed to do? Now she's leaving me behind, what am I supposed to do? You know, could take her to the repair shop, maybe? I don't know. Lucy's head is shaking a little. Huh? That's strange. Sorry, Master. Lucy appears to be losing her hearing. Master's voice is drifting further away. This is bad. Lucy didn't get to hear Master's reply. Huh? Her voice is gradually changing. Crystal clear voice that she once had is now turning into a garbled mess, just like when we first met, just like back when she used to be completely useless. Will Master remember? Lucy's fingers are twitching. Will Master remember Lucy? Nonetheless, Lucy continues to press on, the voice that might cut off at any second. She's still desperately trying to hear my answer. I have to make up my mind. After seeing her struggle, I have to make up my mind right here and now. Holding back the cries welling up inside, I give her a nod with my tear-stricken face. I will remember you, damn it. Lucy smiles. Lucy is glad. Lucy's wish final, finally can. Hmm. Lucy? Lucy? And that was the end of it. With that, the conversation never went on. Meant that she no longer respond to my cries. Light never returned to her eyes. Now those eyes no longer meet my gaze. She will no longer smile at me, and she won't be coming back for all eternity. In the end, it's just like she wished for. I can say for sure that she will clearly be engraved in my memories, and with that, this pain will be remembered forever. Never be able to forget it, even if I wanted to. Now I have no choice but to remember. No matter how mentally exhausted and degraded I become, no matter how painful it becomes, now I have no choice but to remember her existence, to remember her name, Lucy Valentine, and all the unpleasant memories that come along with it. That was what she wished for. It was something unbearably cruel for me to endure. Oh, that's it. Well, that's a bit of a downer ending, isn't it? um, I have a feeling there are other endings to this. Like if I made other choices. Um, hmm. I still would like to think that. I mean, the way she's talking, like she obviously still has her memories. I mean, she can probably be repaired. I mean, it doesn't look like the damage is so bad that she's completely irreparable. Like if I was him, I would like get her to the repair shop as fast as possible, not rather than instead of just I don't know. What do I know? Hmm. So yeah. So that was pretty grim. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth recording me going back and like trying the other options to see if I can get other stuff to happen, get other different endings. Oh, maybe it's not over yet. Hey, you listening? Cheer up. Oh, come on, what's wrong with you? You're even making me depressed. Hmm. This is why I warned you not to get attached to her so much. Oh, you jerkwad. Robots are robots, humans are humans. You were hurt because you couldn't tell the two apart. You crossed the line, a line that wasn't meant to be crossed. And I made it so clear for you, too. I warned you that you'll be the only one hurt in the end. Oh, really? How foolish of you. I remained silent, nothing to say. Well, now that I think about it, maybe this turned out to be a pretty good experience for you after all. Hmm? Raised my head up to look at him. The fact that you finally learned your lesson makes it all worth it, I think. May have been a harsh lesson, but wasn't there some merit to it? She knows better than anyone else. Well, I guess you're right. Mm-hmm. Let's start enjoying life properly. What do you mean? There are a lot more interesting things in life than androids, so let's go find out what's in store for us. Because to be honest, we've devoted a huge chunk of our lives just to study, right? It's time for us to catch up on all the fun stuff. How about you give me an example? Alright. First, we should try to get to know some girls. You sound as if you haven't been trying. That's just mean. Anyway, there are always women out there who are more attractive than Lucy, and of course women with better figures, too. Although you won't be dealing with a robot, there must be someone who's as nice as Lucy. With a woman like that, you should try getting into a serious relationship. and go traveling to all kinds of different places together. Make lots of special memories. Let's try all the fun things we've missed out on, and eventually be able to move on from this incident. Well, doesn't it sound exciting? Doesn't sound like what a person with the SAT coming up in the next couple of days would say. That's true. But whatever, we're both responsible people. On top of that, studying should not be your biggest concern right now. He gives me a poke in my chest. I tilt my head in confusion. Curing this place right here is our top priority. Curing this place? Yeah. Might be good to go all out and enjoy myself from time to time. Yeah, you're excited too, right? I'm telling you, things will definitely pick up from now on. Just trust me and look forward to it. So come on, cheer up. Push off the dust and get back up. To those words, I give a small nod. Dr. Gears is being really invalidating of the guy's feelings. Okay, whatever. I genuinely appreciate him going this far to cheer me up. At the same time, I feel apologetic. Oh, so he did go to the repairman? Man, you look like you've gone to hell and back. I'm sorry. But what? I couldn't keep my promise, even though I said I would take good care of her. Huh. I was wondering what you were going on about. It's not something you should be apologizing to me about, is it? There's no point. Just in case there's any hope left inside you, I'll make it clear again. Your body, your memory chips, and everything else, they were all completely destroyed in the fire. Okay, what settles that? It didn't look like they were all completely destroyed. I mean, she kept talking for a few minutes. But whatever. This isn't something even I can handle. I'm waving the white flag. She's a goner. Even if you went to the genius who made Lucy, you probably wouldn't be able to fix her up. I know. Alright. As long as you understand. I wouldn't be suffering so much if I had never picked her up in the first place. You understand I could be feeling so down when I've lived my childhood practically alone. It appears that I've changed quite a lot ever since Lizzie entered my life. You'll be able to move on someday. Move on? Yeah. They say time heals all wounds, right? Sounds cliche, but it's true. The pain you experience from your loss will eventually disappear without a trace. Not necessarily. Do you really think so? Yeah. Can't possibly dwell on this for the rest of your life, right? So forget about her. I guess you're right. Well, at least there are appearances of being a little more validating of his feelings, but yeah, we'll see. That's what I'll need to do. Pyramid doesn't say anything else. I kind of feel like the protagonist should like burn his father's house down and then just say it's just a thing. And just, repeat his father's words back to him and, oh, it doesn't matter. Things can be replaced. Anyway, just like that, I leave the store. I think to myself that it'd be great if things happened as she said. After my pain has subsided, after I put Lizzie in the past, will I really be able to live on just like before? Will I really be able to live on without feeling any pain, I wonder? And just showing the release the box again. Hmm. 20 years later? Okay, it showed the crest, but there's apparently still a lot more. I arrive at the airport in a taxi. It's time to say goodbye to Korea. I have to go on a business trip to the US. It won't be a short one. Probably won't be coming back for a while. Remind me of the past, like glancing at my surroundings. Made so many memories here. It's my birthplace after all, but it'll be quite a fresh experience stepping into a new land. Keeping track of the flight times aboard the plane heading to America. Time passes while I settle comfortably into my chair. An android approaches me and hands me a menu. I decide on a simple meal. After receiving my order with a smile, the robot leaves. My stare lingers on its back for a while. The image reminds me of something. Something from back in my youth. A broken down robot. It takes me quite a while to remember its name. So you did forget about her. You'd think that something that traumatic would leave a bigger impression, but whatever. Lucy Valentine. That was probably it. I really was quite immature back then. I can't believe I was able to cry over a mere robot like that. At the time, I seriously felt that my world had crumbled. I suppose I was too naive. Cheeks reddened from reminiscing about that particular incident. Well, whatever. I'm sure everyone else has at least one or two embarrassing memories of their own. I feel foolish. At the same time, I miss who I was back then. Now that gets me thinking. Have I really changed since that event long ago? It's not something I can judge alone, though. Well, that's depressing. I mean, that means that Lucy didn't even get her final wish to be remembered. Staring at my wife's face displayed on my phone screen, I become lost in thought. Stable job, notable social status in society, fairly large home and expensive imported vehicles, beautiful wife and adorable loving children. Without hesitation, I can proudly say I've been living a happy, enjoyable life. If I hadn't moved on from my attachment to robots in the past, if I had stayed foolish and naive back then, I would have never have been able to obtain what I have today. I'm truly being honest with myself. Perhaps I do have some regrets, but what's done is done. The choices I've made have defined the kind of man I am now. People simply change as they mature. That's reality. My eyes begin to dim. With sleep overtaking me, the name from my past fades. I know that once I awake, such memories will have been forgotten once more, without knowing if they will ever return to me. And like always, I'll be continuing to look towards the future. To unlock forgotten memory, huh? And go to CG Gallery, apparently. Old Man's Wish. Yeah, so I guess this CG Gallery, that's a sort of a visual novel trope thing. Okay. The screen glitching is an interesting effect. Okay. Yeah, I guess that was the end of Lucy. I guess I might as well just end this recording here then. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if other endings are worth pursuing or what. I'll have to ask Matty D about it. He's the one who's played through this, and he's searched all the other options, and yeah, he's also the one who gifted this to me because he was eager to get my reaction to it. So hopefully my reaction has been suitable enough to keep you entertained, Maddie. Because I don't know if anyone else is interested enough in watching this. But yeah, okay. I'm still processing what just happened there. Yeah, I don't know. It just the game obviously it explores a lot of social themes, a lot of existential themes, and you know, it raises questions like is the protagonist better off for having forgotten about Lucy after all? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that cut and dry either way. I mean, you know, our experiences shape who we are, and our memories. We're made up of our memories and the influences that shape our lives. So, I I think there were some positive developments from meeting Lucy. Like 20 years have passed. Like in the grand scheme of his life, like he's talking about um, his career, and he has a wife and family apparently, and kids, and you know, like those are fantastic things to have. Those are very fulfilling things to have. Um, they're probably more fulfilling than a life with Lucy would be. I mean, not that they have to be mutually exclusive. I mean, he could have um, maybe he could have brought Lucy into his life, into his family. Who knows? I mean, depending on how well he's able to separate his feelings for her, because there's definite signs that he was having some, if not romantic feelings, at least some degree of attachment that might make it difficult for him to get along with real people and get along with women. I mean, like I talked about earlier about his weird misogynistic view of women, how they're like he called them what, high frequency noise machines or something like that, like, and like the way Dr. Gears talks about him, and Tragus agrees with him that they're talking about women as though they're interchangeable. So he obviously has a very dim view of women, and the fact that he just participates in school events, he's probably just really antisocial in general. So maybe being involved with Lucy would have maybe it would have had an overall negative effect on his life if he's unable to be sociable and form actual social attachments with real people. But maybe not. Who knows? I mean, either way, I don't think it necessarily is to his benefit to have forgotten about Lucy, because through it all, there were some positive developments, in the sense that he was starting to question the assumptions that he's made all his life, and and like questioning his lifelong assumptions, I think would have been part of becoming a mature adult and learning and changing, and frankly, like, learning to not become like his father, who's obviously like total asshole. Um, you know, like in addition to also being really abusive, both well, emotionally, intellectually, physically abusive, um, and just being very stubborn and narrow-minded, and just being openly very cruel, um, and like you can see that some of those traits were like rubbed off on the protagonist. He he himself actually hit Lucy a few times, because that's what he was been socialized to do as a kid. Like, like his father hits him when he does something that his father doesn't like. So he hits Lucy when she does something he doesn't like, and um, he's got some terrible habits that he's picked up from his father, and and like, I get the definite feeling that with like Lucy's influence, he was starting to learn and question the way he is, and maybe if she had continued to be in his life, he might have learned more and questioned more and developed as a person. Um, and to like maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Like, eternity is a long time. A person's lifetime is a long time, and lots of different things can happen, and tons of different influences can occur from all kinds of directions, and who knows what the scope of someone's life can bring. Um, I mean, I know it would make me personally sad. I mean, even though it's a work of fiction, it would make me sad if I thought that he carried his father's abusive tendencies to to his own children. That would suck. Um, if he considering that. I mean, I don't know. I, I, I just think back to my own upbringing. This might be getting a little personal. I mean, my parents hit me when I was quote unquote bad. Um, Sometimes they had loose ideas of what was bad. Um, Not something I remember with fondness. In fact, I'm coming to realize in recent years how much that messed me up. Um, Particularly with my last girlfriend, I remember having a conversation once about kids and about the concept of disciplining kids, and I remember how how she talked about um, you don't have to discipline them because kids are children are smarter than people give them credit for. They understand things far better than people give them credit for. You explain to them, use your words. You don't have to discipline them. You definitely don't have to hit them. And I remember when she said that, I was so relieved. That I started to cry because I didn't realize until that moment how much the idea of my potential future kids someday maybe being hurt, how much it bothered me, like how like the idea of some potential future wife of mine, if she hit my kids, that I would find that very upsetting because I know how much it affected me. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I guess what I'm saying is um, I can see I can see that the protagonist's father, uh, the way he has rubbed off on the protagonist in a lot of ways, and I can see him carrying that on, which is pretty sad, and um, you know, and like I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe Lucy's relentless optimism, because that's the only way to describe it. She was relentlessly optimistic, no matter what happened or what people have said. She always had a smile and hope that things can get better, and hope that um, with hard work she can make everything better. Which, okay, maybe she's just programmed to do that, but like I just kind of feel like the protagonist needed an influence like that, because he's had parents who were either distant or like mentally, emotionally, and physically cruel to him, and I guess financially cruel too, because his father destroys his property. Um, um, and like I have no idea what his wife and kids are in this 20 years later. Um, Flash forward, but he didn't seem entirely dismissive of them. So, but he also I don't know. Could go either way. Um, hmm. I don't like. I don't know if he would have learned the lessons that I would have hoped that he would learn and become a better person as a result of his experiences here. So, yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, I guess I'll wrap this up now, and I don't know if I'll make another recording. I will if Maddie do think says that he that it's worth recording another episode. I guess maybe I can reload some of those previous games because there were a whole bunch of them here. It's neat how they have the red number in the corner because I'm recording and that's the frame rate. Um, yeah, because I saved it once for every choice, plus a couple extras. So yeah, so there are there were a dozen different a dozen different points where things could have diverged. um, so yeah, so that's it for now. Until next time.